The 8 countries include Liberia, Benin, Ghana, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Nigeria, and the Gambia. The over $1.9 million is meant to help the West African member states reduce fistula among its population. The funds are part of ECOWAS's regional plan of action for combating obstetric fistula in West Africa. The plan was developed by the community to respond to the rise in cases of fistula in West Africa. In 2018, health ministers of ECOWAS adopted a resolution of fistula elimination. This support is part of ECOWAS's strides in the fight against fistula, which affects women. Each country was given $245,000 United States dollars. The funds will go towards supporting national programs in the various countries. The checks were presented by Sandra Olati, Director, ECOWAS Gender Development Center. In his welcome address at the 91st Ordinary Session of the Council of Ministers, the President of ECOWAS, Dr. Aliou Touré, among other things, expressed concern over the low remittance of the community levy, which empowers member states to collect 0.5% ECOWAS levy on imports from outside the community. The challenge to deposit the collected funds into the ECOWAS bank accounts at the country level, according to the President, is a serious challenge. Member states under sanctions have stopped remitting the levy, and this is depriving ECOWAS of badly needed funds in the wake of increasing security challenge, humanitarian crises, political instability, and the demand for socio-economic development by West Africans.
For some time now, the levy collection has been a challenge. The amount of 0.5% ECOWAS levy on imports from outside the community has been collected by member states on behalf of ECOWAS and ECOWAS institutions. However, accessing these funds, as well as their physical deposit in ECOWAS accounts at the local level, remain a challenge. This has led to low resource mobilization. Excellencies, I just want to repeat this point. As per the protocols, 0.5% is levied on imports from outside the community. That amount is paid for by ECOWAS citizens, and governments and central authorities are supposed to collect it on behalf of ECOWAS and externalize it. We have been having problem with this, not because citizens are not paying, but because the money is not being given to us. It's a question of receiving something on behalf of ECOWAS and not transferring it to ECOWAS.
Dr. Touré urged member states to fully mobilize the levy in order to enable ECOWAS implement its programs. The President mentioned recent elections in Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone and Liberia as part of signs that democracy is alive in the ECOWAS region and change is possible through peaceful means. Chair Council of Ministers, who doubles as Nigeria's foreign minister, said the end-of-year statutory meeting comes at a time when the region faces unconstitutional challenges of governance, insecurity, violent extremism, and global economic downturn. The next few days will see rigorous discussions between the ministers who are going to set the stage for the presidents who are expected to also converge in Abuja to discuss emerging issues affecting the region. The headquarters of ECOWAS in Abuja, Nigeria, where the 91st Ordinary Session of the Council of Ministers has just begun. This summit is coming just 5 months after West African presidents met in Guinea-Bissau, where President Tinubu of Nigeria was elected to serve as chair of ECOWAS for the next 1 year. Since that time to now, there have been so many developments in the ECOWAS member states. Key among the events have been one successful coup in Niger and 2 unsuccessful ones in Guinea-Bissau and Sierra Leone. So top on the agenda are the rise in coups, terrorism, insecurity, and the current economic challenge facing the world, which is biting West African member states. Reporting for SLBC News from Abuja, Nigeria, this is Asmiuba.